floating, in the zone, zoned in, buzzing, floating, dancing, homie, focus, mood, mental, physical. I was dancing, man. Hey, man, zoned in, buzzing, focus, you're dancing, homie, focus, mood, mental, physical. You see me dancing, man. Hey, man, zoned in.
What up? What up? It's Garage Gym Homie, and today I'm talking about my top 5 worst pre-workout experiences that I've ever had, man. Is it worth it? Before we get into this here, please click the subscribe button. I got content coming out all the dang time for you, homie. So click subscribe. And let's get into this, man. God bless all of you homies, man. Thought I'd make some fun content. It's all about the fun. I have 5 experiences of pre-workouts that were horrible, horrendous, terrifying, just bad. Anyway, 5 worst. Look, man, look what I got. Let me show you homies, man. Look at these 4 boxes. Shout out to Gold Mountain Cookies, man. Gold Mountain Cookies. You could look them up on Instagram. I know the lady personally, and I ordered 2 dozen of these hitters. Oh my God, this is heavy. The girls looked at these. Look at those, man. Chocolate chip hitters. Let me show you what else I got. And then we're going to get right into the, look at these, man. Look at, look at these Oreos. Oh my God. Dude, these boys are crazy good. Oh my gosh, straight up Oreo. Hold on, man. We ain't done yet, though, homies. We ain't done. More Oreo. Oh yeah, these are my babies right here. My favorite. Look at those. Look at those. All right. Look at those. Those boys right there are the truth. Oh, yeah. Big sugar sprinkle hitters. Okay. So now I'm going to bring you here. I'm going to sit you down like my son, and I'm going to tell you a story. Okay. Here we go. All right. Watch out. I'm telling them about my 4 worst pre-workout experiences that I've ever had. So,
You told me that.
I told you that?
Yeah.
The first one was Assassin 6.5. Now, that was the FDN edition and by Apollo Nutrition. And, man, I made a video on that one. And what happened was my brother and the homie, we were on an empty stomach, and I just served out heaping scoops, man. It was abusive, I'll tell you that. Because I had taken Assassin 6. I thought it was the same thing, man. I thought it was marketing hype, yada, yada. And this was before I really had a love for Alpha Yo. And, bro, we started working out, and my boy who used to come work out with us, I saw the look in his eye, man, when that thing hit, and all of our energy just breeded off each other. And it was like a bad trip that put us in a place where I don't know what happened, but it unlocked something like this. All 3 of us had the same experience, and it just would not end. I'm talking like 12 hours of misery. Whatever that did to me was like a bad trip, man. And it just would not stop. And I had nothing to take it away. I mean, no Somatomax, nothing at that time. And we just sat right here on the couch, just all talking to each other, hoping it would end. Literally like a bad drug trip. Terrible experience. And I just remember just being out of my, like it put me in a horrible place where I thought it would never end. It was crazy, man. So this isn't in any order of how it happened. The next one, man, was Dark Labs Crack Undead King. Now, something did not agree with me in there. And that thing scrambled my freaking brains for the day, man. That thing, I took Crack Barbarian, love it. Take it all the time. Undead King, I took it. And I remember, man, a half hour after I took it, the full serving, something happened where my brain just went in like a bad trip, where I was like outside of myself, where it literally like fried and scrambled my brain for the day, like bad chemicals. There was something that did not agree with me in there. I don't know what was wrong with it. And I talked to a couple other people who had a similar experience as me with Crack Undead King, and most people loved it. They said, "Oh my God, it was amazing. It was strong. This and that." It just, I didn't know if I'd ever come out of it. Like I was like, I don't know what it did to my brain, but it felt like it was scary. I spent the whole day like talking to Stephanie on the phone, just being like, I'm not feeling like myself, all mental. Something was like wrong upstairs. So man, was I happy to wake up sober, I guess is the word. Wake up off that one, man. That was just a terrible. I recorded my review on it. I mean, I tried to show Dark Labs love on that one, man, but it was not for me. Way too much whatever was in there. The next one that I'll tell you, and this was probably the most recent one. I had a little bit of dark energy left, my last serving of dark energy, and so I forget what it was. What are you doing?
Look at this photo. So funny.
Why is that funny?
Because look at your face.
Okay.
I know.
All right.
I'm famous.
Okay. And this is my sixth, what you just saw, worst experience ever. What just happened here? Bad trip. Something's not right. But no, for real. Dark energy. I had a little serving left of it, and probably I was taking like, I don't know, 15 or 16 grams of it. So I had like, I forgot what I had, 12 grams or whatever. And then I had Hive V2, a little bit left of that, not a full serving. And so I decided to play Mad Scientist. So I threw them both in together because Dark Energy kind of stopped hitting for me. And then Hive V2 got kind of clumped up, moisture or whatever. So I freaking mixed them together. And bro, I was so overstimulated toward the end after my workout. I spent the whole day thinking that my freaking brain that I was gonna like be unconscious, because it felt like my brain was working in overdrive so much. Like I was trying to tolerate these stims. It was way too much. I was like on the edge of thinking, I'm talking about for like 14 hours, dude, after I took from 6:30 a.m. when I took it to nighttime. It was so freaking strong and intense that I just thought it was a horrible experience. I thought there was like a chance I was gonna die that day from like overstimulation. Terrible experience, like another bad trip. The next one, man, this one was horrible, dude. Uncle Eddie from Muscle Player sent me a pre-workout called Sharp AMX by Intelligent Muscle. And it claimed to have, I think, DMHA, DMAA. And it sat on my shelf, dude, for a while because I couldn't get one reference on anybody who used it. So usually when I get a pre, unless I know the company and I can't get one reference on it, I generally let it sit there until I build up the courage to use it. So I was training in my garage one day by myself when my brother was still living here. When I first met Stephanie, really. Stephanie, how long had we been dating? when I had the TBI.
Like 1 year in?
We were 1 year in already?
Mm-hmm.
Shelby was still living here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes, remember, you walked upstairs because he was still here.
Yeah, so I guess we weren't just met. We were 1 year in, but Shelby was still living here. And I took this pre-workout, woke up, I was like, I'll just take this pre-workout that Uncle Eddie sent me. I don't know if it was because of the pre-workout, but I started feeling off a little bit, like all of a sudden. Then I started doing a set of like military shoulder presses, and I had what they called a vasovagal reaction, and I passed out while I was holding the weight, completely blacked out, fell on my freaking head, and had three. How many brain bleeds did I have? 3?
3 brain bleeds, a skull fracture.
3 brain bleeds, a skull fracture. I passed out while I was doing these military presses on this pre-workout. Fell back on my head. Looked like I had a seizure because I was recording the set. Actually, I have it on video, and somehow woke up, went up, and my head was spinning, dude. I had these brain bleeds. I didn't know it at that point. I was like, thought I was gonna die. Went outside for some fresh air. Didn't get better. Woke my brother up. He rushed me to the emergency room. They took CT scans. I had a TBI. Dude, I couldn't walk for freaking, aside from the concussion, the brain bleed, and the skull fracture, I couldn't really walk for weeks. I had to do physical therapy and stuff, which did nothing, because I had blood that freaking leaked out of my brain and got trapped at the bottom of my spinal cord and was affecting the nerves at the bottom of my spinal cord. And I had the worst pain. Like, I would get up to walk, anytime I'd move, my legs would buckle from the worst pain some of the worst pain I've ever had in my life. So that was that would qualify as a terrible pre-workout experience, I would say. And as I said, I can't confidently say I blacked out because of the pre-workout, but I certainly was not feeling any of the positive effects of it. And I don't know, man. I got rid of that thing. That was crazy, man. If any of you followed the channel back then, you would have seen it. And then the fifth worst pre-workout experience was when I first started the channel. I got Excelsior. I bought a tub of Excelsior, and I don't think it's the Excelsior going around now, man. I think it was the good Excelsior, the real stuff, the potent. And I always heard that from watching reviews and stuff that 9 grams was the sweet spot, which was a scoop and a half, I believe. I'm trying to recall. And I freaking took a scoop and a half before trying a scoop, and I just didn't have the stim tolerance I do now or whatever. And that stuff, I had a great leg workout, pretty good. And then after it like all hit me, and I just felt like all the come down negative side effects from like doing like bad crystal or something, like bad drugs. It felt like to me, like cringy, cracked out. Dude, I sat there for like 12 hours not wanting to talk to anybody. It was an absolute freaking horrible experience, way too close to home how I felt back then. I mean, that was the last time I jerked it too, man, in my life. I remember was that night on Excelsior. So it's been years now since I committed to not doing it. I don't even know, maybe porn or something I watched it. I can't remember, man. But it was I was trying to do anything because it was still like 4 a.m. I took it at like noon. At 4 a.m. I was still up and couldn't fall asleep. So I was trying to do anything to get tired, when you when you do that, it relaxes you and whatever, puts you in a state of maybe being able to fall asleep or whatever. I mean, I just wanted it to end, man. I hated that stuff. So I've never been a fan of it. So that stuff was, and I never wanted to try it again. It scared me straight. It was just too close to home. If you've done crystal and there was times in LA where there was bad crystal going around. And this reminded me of that because I used to get bad crystal. There was one time where for like months, this bad crystal was going around. And if you got crystal, it was like an 80% chance that it was bad, like not good, like something was wrong with it. And it would put you in a bad headspace, like right off the bat. And this did that to me. It reminded me just of that. And I hated it, man. So, I've never liked Excelsior. So those are my 5, man. Those are my 5 horrible pre-workout experiences. I thought I'd share that with you, man. Just do a little something different. So is it worth it? It's worth it, man. Everything I've done has been worth it because it's taken me to the next place, man. I don't regret anything, and God is too good to me. And just be careful, man, with these pre-workouts because I don't know how you could be careful, but don't abuse them, man. Just be careful. Make sure you get references. Oh, I'm tired. Oh, tired just talking about it. Thinking about it is exhausting. Those were 5 of some of the worst days in sobriety. I'll tell you that right now. So that's what I got, man. God bless all of you. Together, let's get this dang muscle. I'm out.